We are not alone in the universe. We are not alone on this planet.
All right, did you hear what he just said? Could that actually happen? Stick around.
Welcome to High Strangeness, where we ask questions and explore all that is strange and unexpected in our reality.
All right, so check this out. I just happened to run across this situation in a couple different places on the internet. And I want to see if you think any of this can actually be true. Could disclosure be coming? Could it be even this year? Is the president already planning to stop the shell game and to be honest with the whole world? Well, listen to this.
What do you or the president know about UFOs? Can you share? I hear that the president has something in the queue to share with us about all of this. Now, truth be told, I'm trying to remember how long ago it was. It may have been right after he left office, after the first term. I remember Eric being like, all right, what can you tell us? And he was a little hesitant to give us any real info, which makes me think like he's got a lot of info out there and he's waiting for the right time to drop it. And maybe this is going to be the time, because I keep seeing all these stories about how he's got some like UFO speech that he's got queued up, and we all should just kind of sit back and wait. Now, here's the thing I'll say. What do I know about UFOs? What I know is that our universe is so enormous. It actually, if I start thinking about it, it makes me a little crazy. You think about just our solar system, okay? And then you think about how many solar systems like ours are in our galaxy. And then you think about how many galaxies are in this universe. The whole thing is just, it's kind of like mind-boggling. So the idea that the only form of intelligent life out there is us, that we're like twerking on TikTok and stuff, that's it. I don't know. I find it hard to believe. I fully believe that there's other life out there throughout the universe.
All right, so I actually agree with Laura Trump. I mean, the galaxy is massive. It's an infinite universe. And for just us to be out here, there's no way. We're not the only ones. There's definitely life out there. And here's what I liked most about what she said. She told us about how her husband, which is Trump's son, actually asked him about UFOs, and Donald Trump, was evasive. Now that says a lot to me. For me as a parent, I don't have a problem keeping secrets from my family if it's related to work or something like that. But if there's no truth to something, I'm going to be honest about it and just say there's nothing to that. So the fact that Trump didn't do that tells me he knows about a lot, and that he can't look at them straight in the face and say there's nothing to this. So this is interesting, meaning what the Trump family thinks about all of this. But check out this guy. He's a filmmaker from Europe. His name is Mark Christopher Lee. And on his TikTok account, he said something about all of this. And this, I think, is even more interesting.
Okay, massive breaking bombshell news. Remember that Washington Trump administration insider that told me that President Trump had already written the speech ready to go for UFO disclosure this year? Well, now he's got back to me and told me the exact date, and you can hold me to account for this, okay? It's going to be July the 8th.
What? This year? A date has actually been set? Now, it's not uncommon for people to make predictions for someday, and it really never comes true. But this is July 8th. I mean, he's not predicting, but he's like forecasting this. But why the 8th? Why not right now? Well, according to Ross Coulthard, maybe this is why.
What is it, 80 years to July 8th, 1947, nearly 80 years. That's obviously a date that is extremely important. It's the anniversary of the Roswell crash, the alleged collision, probably between two UFO craft in 1947, and it began what is, if you like, the modern era of speculation about extraterrestrial or non-human intelligence visitation to this planet.
All right, so 80 years since the Roswell crash in New Mexico? All right, I mean, that makes sense. But maybe it's the 250th anniversary of the United States. I mean, that would be a big breakthrough on this country's birthday. So what do you think? Could this actually happen? Yes, right? But will this happen? I believe Trump is the only guy who would actually do this. Why? Because of the deep state, corruption, and lobbyists that own all of our current politicians. And then there's the military-industrial complex, which I'm sure all of those politicians are afraid of. There's probably somebody telling them, no, you're not going to do this. No, you're not going to vote for that. No, you're not going to say a word about this. And I believe they will do exactly what they are told. Politicians are just trying to, in my opinion, protect their position. Basically, keep that job. They're not worried about you and I. They're worried about their next election. They're worried about pretending that they're getting something done and playing a part. It's all theater. I really think what's important to them is what is in it for them. However, Trump, he's not beholden to anyone. He is, to be honest, a little bit of a loose cannon. The left hates him, the right is scared of him, and he does his own thing. So, could this actually happen? What do you think? Tell me in the comments. I'm dying to find out what other people think about this. Because to me, it's pretty straightforward. I feel like I don't expect it to happen on July 8th, no matter what is being said. So, here's what I think. I think Trump will actually do this, but not now. I don't think the military-industrial complex will let him or anybody do it. In fact, he's probably a little timid about the whole situation because he knows how dangerous this is and what the parties are that are protecting this story. However, I think he will do it on his way out. I don't think he's going to say anything to anybody. And when he does it, he will be remembered forever. Trump is already going to be remembered for all kinds of things he's done. He has broken all kinds of historical precedents with the things he does. And then doing this on top of it will solidify him and lock him into the annals of history. The thing is, when you have somebody like that who's super wealthy, he's done everything he's ever wanted to, he's now old, what's really left for him? He's already proven that he can move at a pace as a president that no one has ever done before. Now, you can agree or disagree that he's a good president or a bad president, but the pace and the energy he has put in to do this is unmatched, and everybody's going to have to just agree to that. So, what does he want? What's left for him? I think really for him just to walk out there saying, I did what I came to do, and I did something nobody else could or would do, and that's disclosure. But hey, let's see what's going to happen. Only 5 months away. I can't wait for it. All right. Leave a comment, hit the like button, and I'll see you around. Hi, we need your help to get bigger and better. How? Just like, comment, and subscribe. It's free, and it only takes a few seconds. So thank you, and remember, there's a lot of strange and unexpected in our reality, so always keep your eyes, ears, and minds open, and stay safe. See you next time.
Thank you for listening to High Strangeness. This was a glance at some of the strange that exists in our reality.